The Nova Scotia government is asking Ottawa for help as the province digs out from an extreme snowfall that has prompted parts of Cape Breton to declare local states of emergency. A stalled low-pressure system off the province's east coast dumped heavy snow across the eastern half of the mainland and in Cape Breton, where preliminary observations showed more than 100 centimeters had piled up in the Sydney area since Friday. On Monday afternoon, Nova Scotia's minister responsible for emergency management, John Lohr, released a letter dated Sunday to Federal Emergency Preparedness Minister Harjit Sajjan, saying the province needs heavy equipment to help with snow removal. Lohr is also asking for portable fuel storage equipment and air transport assistance to help with the delivery of critical supplies and the evacuation of isolated people. Nova Scotia has already sought help from neighboring provinces, but Lohr says federal aid is needed to maintain public safety, as it could take days to clear roads. Our province has experienced a rare extreme snowfall event that has brought particularly severe impacts to northeastern Nova Scotia and Cape Breton, Lohr wrote. More assistance is still required to open roads and restore the flow of essential goods and personnel. Sajjan wrote on X, formerly Twitter, that he has approved the request for help. He told reporters in Ottawa that Parks Canada will provide snow removal equipment, and the Canadian Coast Guard will contribute helicopters.
Oh, the step. Finally.
Organizations including the Red Cross, Team Rubicon, and the Search and Rescue Volunteer Association of Canada will help with humanitarian work, Sajjan added. Meanwhile, the mayor of the Cape Breton Regional Municipality, Amanda McDougall, was urging residents to stay home. Even though the weather improved on Monday, McDougall said a sense of panic was setting in among those feeling stranded and isolated. At my house, for example, we have a good 5-foot drift that's sitting at the end of our driveway, so we can't get out, she said in an interview. It's not going to be a quick process to dig out of this. McDougall said staff at Cape Breton's nonprofit Ally Centre and the community homeless shelter in Sydney have been reaching out to vulnerable residents. I know there are still people living in tents, and there are seniors who live alone who I'm also really concerned for, she said, adding that the municipality is drafting a registry of people who need help, as it did during post-tropical storm Fiona in September 2022.
There's a car behind there somewhere.
There's a car. Here. Look. Yay.
There it is. I think we're almost at the hood.
The mayor said she and her council colleagues declared a week-long local state of emergency on Sunday in a bid to get more snow-clearing equipment from the province. In Sydney's South End, ambulance driver B.D. Singh was in bed on Sunday afternoon, playing video games on his phone when there was a loud bang. A wall of snow had pushed in a ground floor window that landed on him and his girlfriend.
There's my Tiguan that I took down here on Friday. The snow is so deep.
More than 70 centimeters of snow was reported in eastern Nova Scotia, and strong winds since Friday sculpted massive drifts that will take days to clear. Nova Scotia Premier Tim Houston said the snowstorm, the worst the province has seen in 20 years, can be added to a growing list of weather-related disasters that have beset the province since September 2022, when post-tropical storm Fiona made landfall.
And this is the road the plow hasn't been on yet, but looks like a vehicle got down. Whew. It's going to be a bit.
That devastating storm was followed last year by the largest wildfires in the province's recorded history in May and June, and widespread flooding in July. According to preliminary reports, between 30 and 50 centimeters fell across Halifax, but 84 centimeters was reported at Halifax Stanfield International Airport, only 30 kilometers away.
There's a car there. It's completely buried. You can see the other parking lots. Cars are just buried. It is completely insane. Nobody is on the road.
Scores of flights were canceled or delayed at the region's busiest airport, and more than 7,000 power outages were reported across the province Monday morning. By the end of the day, the provincial utility said about 1,800 customers were without power. Schools were closed and government offices delayed opening or closed for the day, except in the western municipalities where the snowfall was much lighter. Strong winds over the weekend made it difficult to measure the snowfall, said Hubbard. Northeast of Halifax, for example, communities in Pictou County reported between 50 and 100 centimeters of snow.